This is a special tribute to Bart Hausman on April 30th, 2011. Greetings to Bart, Dory, Jean, and Mark, and to the entire Goucher community. It's an honor and a privilege to participate in this wonderful occasion. I'm in Madison, Wisconsin at an obligatory family event. I'm sure you know I would be there if I could be at two places at once. In the meantime, I hope this electronic substitute for my in-person message will suffice. This message will begin with personal glimpses of some fond memories I have of Bart and end with a Hausman-like review of some high points, but in a clumsy, poetic form. I've known Bart Hausman since March of 1967. It was he who convinced me to come from the frozen wasteland to serve at Goucher College. Over this time, he's been a treasured colleague and a true friend. I rarely have thoughts about Goucher without making some connection to Bart, because he and his fine family represent, in my opinion, the best of Goucher times. I shall always remember him whistling a favorite hymn as he regularly negotiated the stairs in Hofberger Hall, 3 at a time. If you browse through an ancient yearbook at Goucher, you might stumble upon one in which the chemistry department members were wearing different hats. There is one in which Bart is wearing a fireman's hat. I think that's cool. I don't remember the significance of that hat connection, but it does remind me that Bart wore so many different hats at Goucher, besides one of an exceptional physical chemist. He was a department chair, a unique course designer, an academic computer pioneer, convocation marshal, wise student and faculty counselor. A true Renaissance man, he was a student of the sciences, of course, a lover of great music, and an active athlete. His love for Goucher is outstripped by his exemplary devotion to his church, where he continues to play an active role as an extremely popular teacher. He is a living benchmark of excellence for students, colleagues, and friends in all areas he serves. Back to the hats. Memories of the good times with Bart bring me back to the Friday afternoon faculty basketball in Lillian Welsh Hall, the old gym. Bart was a first-round draft pick with his outside jumper. In tennis, his deer-like movement on the tennis court complemented his beautiful serve. As stock market mavens, we conjured up many fascinating investments, which in their failures managed somehow to convince us that we were better placed at Goucher doing our chemistry. Bart's hidden talent as an auctioneer surfaced at the annual Goucher Country Fair. There, he charmed as he really can. He charmed all bidders into overpaying for something that they really didn't need, just to help the Goucher cause. He served as a master of ceremonies for the faculty-student talent shows for years and volunteered for many Goucher student life activities. In summers of his early years at Goucher, Bart journeyed to Los Alamos to work on some special project, the goal of which was to disprove the second law of thermodynamics, which I never really quite understood. Each update he gave me became more complicated. However, I was sure that if anyone could convince me that the second law was wrong, it was Bart. I don't know the results of this research. However, I expect to pick up a PChem book sometime in the future and find Bart associated with a spectacular revision of the second law. Maybe then it will make sense even to this organic chemist. Next, Bart and Jim Webb designed and taught Goucher's Keystone January term offerings in the 70s. This course, entitled Nuts and Bolts in a Contemporary Society, was so popular that enrollments had to be limited. Bart and Jim taught home repair and remodeling, along with appliance and car repair. Together, they built a fake wall in the hall of the Hofberger building that had studs, wiring, insulation, wallboard, plaster, and painting at different stages. The success of this course led to TV appearances and eventually a book entitled You Don't Need a Man to Fix It. A bestseller and easy read, The book should have generated an Academy Award-winning movie. How could Paul Newman and Robert Redford ever compete with Bart anyway? The possibilities are limitless. Sweet, sweet possibilities. In the late 70s, Bart, along with the rest of the chemistry department, launched a chemistry summer program that was so successful it evolved into the post-bac pre-medical program you know today. Bart was the first chemist whom a student met, and he quickly convinced them that chemistry was well within their grasp, if not downright easy. His charm, style, clarity, and organization provided post-bacs with the confidence and momentum to see them through the rest of the rigorous program. Now, I'd commit a serious error here if I didn't say a word about Bart's wonderful wife, Dory, and his beautiful two children, Jean and Mark, both of whom are here today. Dory and Bart's love for each other and for Goucher College became manifest in many of their personal qualities, many of the personal qualities that I saw only in Bart. I was privileged to enjoy the Hausman team chemistry through treasured social visits and mixed doubles tennis. Dory's cross-court smash was a symbolic complement to the beautiful chemistry between the two of them, both on and off the court. Perhaps the most important of Bart's qualities is his unusual ability to find goodness in every student and colleague. He has an uncanny gift of making you feel better as a result of any scheduled or unscheduled meeting. His patience and understanding seem limitless. Bart is the epitome of the cliche. It's nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice. I consider the discussions, some of which pertain to chemistry, over almost 45 years, if you pardon the cliche, priceless. So here is the promised poem with an apology for Horn's corn, with references to the aforementioned items. It goes like this. With the chemist in the 70s, he taught inorganic summer chemistry for all. After several successful summer schools, Goucher started post-bac pre-med in the fall. Bart's the first one you meet in chemistry. He's summer post-bac chemist extraordinaire. He leads you through the inorganic thing and prepares you for organic with a flair. Before summer post-bac in Los Alamos, Bart studied thermodynamics' second law. Fascinated with perpetual motion, he was out to prove the second law had a flaw. After P-Chem every Friday, Bart and I played faculty basketball. The former Jersey hoop star with his jump shot became an NBA-like legend in Lillian Welsh Hall. In a special offbeat course in January, Bart's students built a structure in Hofberger's hall. He taught framing, wiring, and hammering, and finished with a smoothly spackled wall. Nuts and bolts was the mission, not nuclear fission. He taught students home and car repair. They fixed toasters, lamps, vacuums, and even dryers of their hair. Soon Nuts and Bolts became a book. Fix a faucet with just one look. Plumbing and wiring, have no fear, just keep a copy of Bart's book near. Computers were next. Bart and Al Walker were not perplexed. They connected computers campus-wide, while their colleagues at Goucher watched them with pride. Today, that periodic chart has to make some room for Bart. For today, 50 is not tin, Bartonium is in. To commemorate this special day and year, Bartonium is on that elemental periodic tier. Element 50, you know, Bartonium, instead of having 50 electrons, it has 50 superhuman energy units. Instead of 50 protons, it has 50 positive outlooks on anything. And then an enviably constant mass, enviably constant mass of 175 pounds. Stable at many valence states and ages, Bartonium stands uniquely pure. Cerebral bonding with all whom he touches, all our lifetimes will endure. So today, let's replace terms nucleophiles and electrophiles. with Galcherophiles and Bartonophiles. And let our affection for the new element 50 never end. For Bartonium, let's shout our thanks and praises to our beloved professor and steadfast friend. Congratulations, Bart, on an amazing 50 years of service. It's an honor to have served with you. Thanks for the memories. With warmest regards. Dave.